Tool 22. A verb can never be a description or describe the subject. A verb is either a be verb or it tells what the subject is doing, was doing, did, or will be doing, what we call an action verb. Ask, does this word describe the subject or does it tell what the subject is, was, did, or will be doing? If it is a verb-like word that is describing the subject, then it is not a verb. It is a verbal in this sentence. Take a minute to write this one down. Got it? Great. So this one is telling us that a verb is either a be verb, is, are, was, were, okay, or it's describing the action. It's telling what the subject did or does, okay. If the verb does anything else in that sentence, such as describe, then it's not actually a verb, it's a verbal. Okay? Let's take a look at some examples here. So our first verb is where. Okay? In one of these sentences, where is what the subject is doing. Okay? And the other, the form of where, is describing. Okay? See if you can tell the difference. Crystal wore her blue dress. The red dress was worn out. Okay, both of these are past tense forms of the word wear, right? What's the subject in this first sentence? Crystal wore her blue dress. Well, the subject is Crystal, right? So that's our S. What did she do? She wore something, right? She wore her blue dress. So in this case, wore is the verb. Okay? If we look at this second sentence, who or what is the subject of this sentence? Well, it's the red dress. Okay? What's the verb here? The verb is was. It's a be verb. And so worn is not something that the red dress is doing. The red dress isn't wearing anything in this sentence, right? We're just describing, we're using the word worn or worn out to describe what this dress looked like, right? So this describes this. That's how we know that it's not a verb, it's a verbal, or VBL. Here's another example with the word scare. Okay, so in the first sentence, the movie scared the little kids. What's the subject? Who or what? It's the movie, right? What did it do? It scared someone. In other words, the movie is being active. It's doing something in this sentence. It is scaring these little kids, right? So the movie scared the little kids. The little kids were scared. Now the subject is the little kids, right? The verb here is were. That's one of those be verbs. And this tells us, describes the kids, describes what state they were in, right? They were being scared. So this is our verbal, BBL. Okay. In other words, if this looks like a verb, but what it does is describe the subject, then it's not a verb, it's a verbal. Okay, so don't get confused. Don't label this as a verb. Even though it could be, the word scare could be a verb. This is describing what the little kids were. Okay. Try a few more sentences with these and see if you can come up with words that we commonly use as verbals. Bore. Okay, so I am bored or I was bored. Tire. I am tired or I was tired. Okay, those are a couple of words that we often use in the verbal form.